It's like you. Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching this truth, for breaking down the 100% truth of the Bible. And like-minded, and to all the like-minded brothers out there, I want to say Shalom. You're pushing this truth in sincerity. Back with another video with your humble servant Bayanash here. Recently just came back from a trip to the Dominican Republic, and I want to give a testimony to my experience there. And the Dominicans of the world, the so-called Dominicans, being Simeon, just seeing how they live over there. It's like you. This is just going to be like a testimony video. I have a couple of scriptures that I want to bring out, but the main focus that I wanted to bring out was just how different my experience was there versus here, and noticing how different things can be when, I'm not sure about the politics of the Dominican Republic at all. But what I am sure of is the people of the Dominican Republic. When we were in Santo Domingo and Puerto Plata, the people there, first off, everybody thought I was they thought I was a native there, speaking to me in Spanish, and I don't speak a lick of, well, I speak a little bit of Spanish, but yeah, it was a very beautiful experience. The Wadi Al-Bashim Yahushai for allowing us to go and spend about 10 days there. And this picture here was from a restaurant just right off of the beach. And the first thing I noticed when we got there was there's no chemtrails in the skies. Nothing. The skies are clear, gorgeous even. This was a picture of us of the mountain that was across the island, but you could see it damn near everywhere you went, and just looking at how bountiful the forest is, like everything here was wonderfully taken care of and respected. It's a huge difference from what we live here in America, and that's where I found the title of this video: "A Newfound Hatred of America." I guess. Well, maybe that'll be the title. I don't know, but that's what I keep thinking, because ever since I came back, I'm like, man, I have a newfound hatred of America. I keep telling everybody, like, I've always hated this place, but to have like a personal experience of how it really could be is so humbling and vexing at the same time, to say the least. Like when we got there, I take out like, as you save up money to go on these trips, I took out like $200 in American USD. And in the transference of that 200 is roughly 15,000 pesos. Now, I didn't realize it at like the first couple of days, but we went to a restaurant in the cut, but that was near an ATM, where people weren't the richest. But I just realized, that 200 that I took out, I was taking out somebody's rent. And I'm like, wow, y'all live just off of that? Like, wow. It's really not that much. And as I'm talking to the locals here, they're like, yeah, 20 bucks an hour. Here, you would live lavishly. Like, if you made the equivalent of 20 bucks an hour in America, in Dominican pesos, you would live lavishly. Like, luxury condos, just like in the city with a gorgeous view. And that's really where we were, because a buddy who planned out the itinerary, you know, he had everything on lock. You know, he speaks Spanish. He's Dominican. He's from there. So we went to visit his family and whatnot. But just seeing how things really move and whatnot, the people there, they really, there's a trustworthiness in them. At one point I gave them like 4,000 pesos because I didn't have the cash to break it down. And I asked somebody, I don't even really know who it was. They said that they worked with the person who I was talking to, but I didn't see them at all. They grabbed the money, disappeared for like 20 minutes, and they came back with the money. And I was thinking about it, but the person who I was talking to was like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, they're gonna come back. He spoke English, but you know, it's just, it was a crazy experience to see. Like, you couldn't do that here in America. You know, you can't even do that with $5. You know, somebody's like always itching to steal something, and you know, but even the food, man. The food over there, we would eat. We ate so much. It didn't get in any weight. We didn't gain any weight. The food was clean, which is so different. Like even the milk. Me personally, I work in the milk industry. I see how it gets treated. I see where it comes from. I see how it gets cleaned. I see how it gets pasteurized and homogenized and put in the bottles. And then I load them into the trucks. That's what I do. You know, not to make it about me, but just to understand my own experience. I've been doing this for like a little over a year now. I understand that's how it works. For in America, it starts out cold. Then we boil it to clean it, put all the chemicals and flavors and all of that. Then we freeze it. Well, not freeze it, but we bring it back down in temperature. And that's how the milk comes in America. Over there, the milk just comes from the cloud. It's strained and then is put inside the cartons. That's it. It's like eggs. Like if you have chickens, and funny enough, I used to live with somebody who had chickens. And when the chickens, you know, they be popping out eggs. If you wash that egg, you would have to refrigerate it immediately and only have a couple days with that egg before it spoils. But when you have chickens, if those eggs pop out and you don't wash them, you can have it there just in room temperature out on the counter for weeks and it won't spoil. It'll be fine. And it was beautiful because that's the same process as milk. It's the most natural way to keep it as fresh as possible, lasting as long as possible. Only until you intend to use it does it start to spoil. And then you would have to put it in the refrigerator, which was crazy. And I'm talking to the people at my job and I'm like, yeah, we're doing it wrong because they're over there. It tastes better. It doesn't affect me, you know, like most so-called black people have, you know, lactose intolerance when they drink milk. That didn't happen over there. You know, we would drink milk and coffee and it wasn't a big deal. Now the food was different because the food was so clean. Our bodies were not used to it. Here in America, you got so much preservatives and additives and GMO foods and whatnot that it's just loading your body like crazy. When we were there, we would have 4 meals a day, damn near. Sometimes 3, but like there was a good chance that if we wanted something else to eat, we didn't feel so weighed down by the food. We didn't get hit with the itis, you know? It was good and clean food, and it went down. There was only one bad experience with the food when we were there, and that was... It wasn't even a bad experience. It was just a disappointment, which was We went to this chicken spot, and it had the best flavoring, the best juiciness, the best crunch, and all that. But it was ever so slightly undercooked. That was the only disappointment across the entire trip. Everything else was perfectly fine, you know? And, you know, the scriptures go into that about the food being defiled and that we'll eat here. Was Ezekiel, 4:13. And the Lord and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You know, and that's us being here, having to deal with the curses, you know. But seeing what it's like outside of that, just for a little bit, is such a blessing from the Lord. Like, we came back and we went to go get burgers. I couldn't even finish my burger. I only had a couple of fries and I ate half the burger and I was knocked out immediately. You know, while we were there, not to get too graphic or whatnot, but like every day, you know, your stomach cleared your whole system, or at least for me, because my body's not used to that clean food. Like, even when you cook here in America to be as clean as possible, you know, there's still a lot of ingredients that are inside the foods that, you know, you go buy like some juice and it's supposed to be just one, like a flavor of juice, and it ends up being like 20 different ingredients that is supposed to be natural. And, you know, it's all that other stuff that Esau wants to just throw all the way inside all the food and whatnot, you know, with the, well, you know, that's just, I didn't have all that prepared for that. I just need to get this off my chest because, like, I'm still mentally trying to process everything that we really experienced over there. Because just seeing how people were trustworthy with one another, like, they really do honor the love thy brother commandment over there. When you're there, it's extremely rude to not say hi to people when you're just walking down the sidewalk and whatnot. They look at you like, why are you looking down on me? Like, why are you ignoring my presence? Not in a prideful way, but like, acknowledge me as a person like I acknowledge you. Like, it's such a stark difference from here in America, because, you know, oh man, it was just a beautiful experience, to be honest. And the skies were, even if it was cloudy, it every day looked like a painting. Like, they didn't have smog, you know? They didn't have, like, man, I wish I took a picture of it earlier today. I get out of work 9 o'clock, and it ain't fog. It's this weird cloud just hovering over everything. And it's not fog. It's I don't know what it is. But this was what it was like there, actually. Let me see. Maybe that'll make it better. You know? I don't have too much to show. But just how everything was there, like the care that was taken into everywhere you went. People didn't really care about, you know, flashy things there. They just cared about making they just cared about people that they were with, making the best of what they had, and utilizing everything to their advantage. You know, with people that have so-called less over there, they make more out of what they don't have. Like, even the way they drive over there, you know, it was hectic for some that were on the trip, you know, but I understand the way that they drive, and it makes sense, but it's just chaotic. it's, how do I describe it? It's extremely intentional, but at the same time, it's daring. So, you know, the way that they cut across and whatnot, but they communicate with each other. Everybody looks at each other. Everybody talks to each other. They make sure that, you know, oh, I'm going to do this. Be prepared. And that's what it is. And it works. And the whole time we were there, we were expecting to see car accidents everywhere we went, but we never did. But here, just right now, about an hour ago, there was an accident on the road coming into, coming into Publix. And you don't even know how it starts, but there's supposed to be that structure here, and it's just people not paying attention, just living in their own world. But over there, everybody's grounded in reality, you know? But, you know, it's, you know, that's really all I had to bring out. Just how the staunch difference between the rest of the country, what they're dealing with and how they're living, versus us living in the curses here. And like I said, like, I've always had a hate for this place and never wanted to live here. But this brought a new level of personal hatred for this place. Because, wow, just to see how well things could work and how beautiful things really could be if this fucking devil wasn't in charge of everything. But, you know, the world's given into the hand of the wicked ones, you know, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures say. And the Lord is just asking for us to endure it. And knowing this makes it brings a better light to what we're going to come to. Because if this is not even the best of what we're going to be given, like the top 3 tribes of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, those are the ones that are really going to live it up. But also all tribes of Israel, they're going to live it up. Just seeing how Simeon handles things, you know, it's going to be a beautiful sight in the kingdom. Just seeing how everything works. And Lord willing, we make it and endure to the end. Because based off of what I have seen, it is breathtakingly beautiful and heartbreakingly terrible that we know we could do so much better, but we just got to endure this devil being in charge right now, you know. This was at the beach, you know, just the visuals here. The water was so clear. Like, you could see different colors of the water in the, like, driving by with the beach. You would see, like, this part would be this type of blue, then the next part would be a different type of blue. It would just, but they wouldn't mix or whatnot. You could see through it. Everything was just really beautiful, you know. But just knowing that this is how we could have the earth, but just the Lord's going to do it the way he's going to do it. But I just can't wait to see, based off how they're doing it, and they're not even able to do it to the highest heights that they want to be able to do it at. Just, it's really painting a picture of what the Lord's going to have it for us. And I truthfully cannot wait. Just, yeah, that's all I really had to share. Lord willing, this was edifying or a faith booster or something to the elect of Israel, you know. I'm going to say shalom to all the Akim out there. And shalom out, Yasharallah. This has been your humble servant, Bayanash. And Lord willing, I see you up in them chariots.